4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Welcome to the Harrington Center on the MSJ Lions Sports Network, where we have a conference clash in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference between the Mount St. Joseph Lions and the Manchester Spartans. Mount St. Joe's, the home team here this afternoon. We appreciate you joining us on the MSJ Lions Sports Network. I'm Rich Hidy. Both teams enter this contest at 6-5. The Lions and the Spartans traveling also at 6-5. This is a critical matchup, though, in the conference. 2-2 are the Lions, 1-3 are the Spartans, and a lot to be decided, really, if you look at the overall standings of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Rose-Hulman, Transylvania at 4-0 each 6-5 though, overall record, same as these two teams. Anderson and Franklin 3-1 in the conference, and then Mount St. Joe's at 2-2. So we will see if the MSJ Lions can get above that 500 mark. December, a little bit of a difficult month for this team, 2-2, and even 500 in the month of December. First game since December 18th. Manchester coming in 6-4 in the last 10 games against MSJ. This is a high-flying offensive attack. 84 points per game for the Spartans, 47% shooting from the field. Meanwhile, on the other side, Mount St. Joe's, a team that closes out really well on the defense. If you look at MSJ's defense overall in the season, allowing a field goal percentage of 41.5%, so closing out on shots, playing good defense. 1 MSJ 17-8 against the Spartans since 2015. Two veteran coaches, Toby Kerrigan, the head coach for the Lions, 155 wins for Mount St. Joe's, a team. And Transylvania, the unbeatens in the conference. Luke Collinsworth, top 10 in the league in scoring. The senior, the leader on this team, 16 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, over 1,000 points in his career for the Lions. For the Spartans, they have a lot of very potent scores offensively. Logan Willoughby, 18 points per game. Zach Sawyer, HCAC Player of the Week earlier this season, 21 points per game, gets to the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Harrington Center, campus of Mount St. Joseph University, today's HCAC basketball games, featuring the Manchester Spartans and your Mount St. Joe Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, on December 19th, Hidy, one of the major heroes of Mount St. Joseph athletics, estimated at the age of 93. Pat was a trailblazer for the role of women in athletics. And served the Mount and his students for 42 years in various roles, both faculty and a coach. Teaching field hockey, basketball, and volleyball, while also serving as the chair of the physical education department. Pat was a lifelong educator and advocate of women in sports. During her more than 4 decades at the Mount, she influenced generations of future coaches and educators who continue to carry on her legacy. She will be deeply missed by the entire Mount community. This time, we ask you to please rise as we observe a moment of silence with the Savitsky family in honor of the late Pat Savitsky. Thank you. Please remain standing as we honor America and those who protect us by playing our national anthem.
Welcome back to the Harrington Center. We are getting set for the tip-off of this contest. Once again, it is a conference clash in the HCAC Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference between the Lions and the Spartans. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Rich Hidy. As we look at these two teams' expected starters for Mount St. Joe's, Josh Pate, Elijah Jones, Jason Lavender, Matthew Menninger, and Luke Collinsworth. A mixture of veterans, Pate, Collinsworth, both seniors, youth as well. Jones, just a freshman. 4 of the 5 starters from nearby Cincinnati, Ohio, remaining home to play in college. We looked at the starters for Manchester. They go with Logan Willoughby, the senior, Ty Linus, also a senior, Zach Sawyer, grad student, Brian Smith, and Logan Brace. 4 of the 5 starters are seniors, 1 a junior for a veteran-laden team for Manchester. Head coach for the Spartans, Nate Conley, looking for win number 60 as part of his tenure for the Spartans overall. And he is 2 wins away from that mark. As we get ready for the opening tip, it will be Collinsworth and Zach Sawyer, a smaller starting unit to match up against Collinsworth. Manchester will move the ball quickly. This is a team that passes the ball pretty well. 16.5 assists per game, 12 steals per game, so it's going to be a fast-paced team offensively and defensively. Winning the tip at the onset, the Lions. Manchester donning the black uniforms, and the Lions are in gray. Foul on the floor, and the Lions will keep possession. Working the ball around, hesitating, driving in and back out. Collinsworth giving, then going to the block, and that's a turnover forced. Very well done by Zach Sawyer. He is the key player to watch. Tallest player out there, leader in rebounds, 9 per game, just 6'3". The 6'7" Collinsworth will be a difficult matchup for the Spartans. Taking a screen, open jumper, too short. Offensive rebound, setting up the offensive attack once again, the Spartans. Working the ball around at the free throw line. You can see they drive, they kick. The shot, good. 3-pointer. Very well done by Bryant Smith. So Bryant Smith on the board, a minute into the first half, 3-0. Collinsworth looking to screen. Coming off the screen, a quick double team, and the Lions will set and work the ball around. Here comes a quick drive, penetration. Collinsworth looking to even it up, and the ball rattles out. Pate and Collinsworth work. Logan Willoughby. Lions press up the floor, drive, double team, swing, blocked by Sawyer. Zach Sawyer. Oh. Good, throws it up off the backboard, and the Lions want to run. Here's Pate. Pate looking for some rhythm. working with Collinsworth. Here comes the drive to the baseline. Back out. Collinsworth no good. 0 for 2 to start from behind the arc, and he takes a tumble. It's a charge. Collinsworth trying to set up on the low block, and he just burrowed over Logan Brace for the Spartans.
Entering for Manchester for 11th playing the fourth, and will count for 1, rated number 14, Joe Frank. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we'd like to say thanks to the game to the Rising Sun Youth Group here in attendance.
Puts it in. His 5th point from off the bench. Lions want to run off the turnover. This is good. With the left hand, well done, Mike Loftus. Mike Loftus off the bench, freshman from Louisville, Kentucky. 12 points per game and 60% from the field. He has been a true spark. And a turnover forced by the Lions. Here comes an opening. Foul, no good on the shot. Elijah Jones will head to the line for 2 shots. 13 minutes, 11-8, Lions. Lions have gotten hot. All of a sudden from the field, 5 of 12 now. And it's been because of the contributions from the bench. Braden Miller. As checking out, Matt Menninger. He has had a nice start to this contest. Mike Loftus off the bench as well. Should be a key player. Elijah Jones will exit. Entering, Josh Batey. Batey, the senior from Cincinnati out of Taylor High School. And now, showing the press will be the Lions. Toby Kerrigan, veteran coach, closing out on the shot. They couldn't get there in time. And Kerrigan would like to see quicker defense there by his team. Clay McCorkle with the 3-pointer. McCorkle from behind the arc, very efficient as a 3-point shooter. Here is Mike Loftus, the young freshman. Loftus looking to screen inside. Braden Miller. Miller double team now, as he should be. Here's a drive, opening, score, and the foul. Mount St. Joe's extending its lead. Joe Brandt, really nice drive and score. 15-11. So Mount St. Joe's, Joe Brandt. Player off the bench, 7 points per game, 5 boards per game. And he cannot convert the 3-point opportunity, but off the bench, critical players, Miller, Loftus, Brand, all scoring. Here's a free throw, and that is good. Nice jumper, smooth by Clay McCorkle. He's getting hot from the field. McCorkle, so far this season, 30 minutes a game. 17 3-pointers made, 42%, about 9 points per game. Number 4 scorer on this roster. Here's a drive, baseline, 2-step, and score. The freshman Loftus. Holy Cross High School from Louisville. 17-13, still a 4-point lead for the Lions. Ever important Heartland Athletic Conference game. Here's a 3-on-3. Backing down from the block. Kicking, shooting, and no good. Off the front iron. Joe Brandt. Very active. No hesitation. Pull-up shot. No good by Bryant Smith. Offensive rebound. Extending and scoring. Way to extend the possession, and a quick timeout by the head coach, Nate Conley. 17-16. Both teams now shooting well. 6 of 15. Manchester, 7 of 15. Mount St. Joe's. 1-point advantage for the home team in front of the home faithful. Nice crowd on hand here at the Harrington Center. We'll be back in a moment on the MSJ Lions Sports Network. back out of the timeout. 11 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Lions up 1. A slight press and then backing off. Just 2 players for Manchester as they operate in a zone defense. Lions looking at the screen. Should be an opening from the wing. They're working it around. And the passing will be critical to find some space for a fast Manchester team. Deep 3. Yes, that's good. Josh Batey again. Josh Batey. Another 3-pointer for Mount St. Joe's, their 3rd of the afternoon. And a rebound. Collinsworth back in the game. And a nice drive, forcing it, and a foul on the floor. That will be the 5th foul for Manchester. Brian Smith, 5 points. McCorkle, 5 points as well to lead the way for Manchester. 5 points from Miller off the bench. And Mount St. Joe's back up and extending that lead now by 6. Nice bucket on the drive and lay-in by Jones, Elijah Jones. Now 4 points. Deep 3. Right at the top of the key. That is good. Linus, his second 3, 2 of 3 from behind the arc. Back to a 3-point lead. Double team right under the hoop. Back out. Here comes the swing. Nice dump pass by Collinsworth on the bounce pass, but missed on the shot by Jones. Heat check for Jones after his recent scoring streak. Screen. And battling turnover, 2-on-1. Can they get the lay-in? Pass on the bounce, score. Very well done by the Lions. Assist by Jones. Points scored by Brand. Brand off the bench has been key. 4 points in just less than 10 minutes. 3-pointer from the corner by Sawyer. His first points of the afternoon. Surprisingly, Zach Sawyer leading the team in shots with over 20 points per game as well. Collinsworth will try one, and that's a swish by the senior and the leader for the Lions. 27-22. High octane first half of action. 3-pointer, no, in and out by Manchester. The attempt by McCorkle. 3 for the Lions, no good. Both teams just trading threes. Lions up 5. Up the floor and slowing it back down. Here's a drive. Yes, easy lay-in. Zach Sawyer, 5 points. Zach Sawyer now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. 3 rebounds, a block, an assist, 5 points. Swing, fake on the shot. Collinsworth will shoot. No good, well short. Ball still alive and collected by Manchester. Walking the ball up the floor. Manchester, a team that likes to pass the ball and find the opening. Heads always on a swivel, eyes wide open. The passing has led to success for a team averaging just under 90 points a game. Short 3. Collinsworth board. Six and 4 are the Spartans in the last 10 games in facing the Lions with the right. Nice little short hook by Collinsworth. Collinsworth now with 5 points. You have quite a distribution of points scored. Bate, 3. Menninger, 4. Jones, 4. Collinsworth, 5. Miller, 5. And 4 points for Brandon Loftus apiece from off the bench. 29-24. Here's a fading bucket. That's good. That's a great shot by Sawyer. And Sawyer now with 7 points. Timeout out of the bucket. And we will step away. MSJ Lions Sports Network. The Lions are ahead by 3 points, 6 minutes, 9 seconds left to go in the first half. We'll be back in a moment here on the Lions Sports Network. Out of the timeout, both teams scoring quite a bit, and that has been the key to success for the Lions so far this year. In all of their 5 losses, if they score less than 70 points, that has led to those losses. Scoring greater than 70 points, this team has won a majority of the time. Free throw good. It's a 2-point game. Scoring margin, in fact, 72-71 over the course of this 2024-2025 season. And that is a very tight margin on the defense, and it will not be a turnover. And livid on the sideline is Coach Kerrigan, looking for the ability to beat that and break that one-on-one single-man press. No support, and now a full-court press. They'll have to screen and chuck it ahead. Great pass, and a layup good. That's how you beat it. Elijah Jones collects the deep heave. Hail Mary, and it leads to a layup. Back to a 4-point lead. Both teams battling. First half has been kind to the Lions all season long. They have led opponents in the first half. Second half, they have trailed. This team has had some tight contests and some games that have not been close, but overall, averaging 72 points, and when they score over 70, success has been granted to the Lions. On the other side, the Spartans, that will be a foul on the floor and 1. So a blocking foul, and heading to the line will be number 2 for Manchester. Wallace, Ladarius Wallace. He shoots nearly 50% and over 50% from behind the arc. 7 points per game. What Wallace, in 20 minutes of action per game this year, has been productive. And they will not press. 4 players back from the mid-point line on the floor. And now they play very tight defense. So no press, but tight defense. Collinsworth swarmed. They swing, looking for an opening, and the pass too high. Errant pass. That time by Elijah Jones, looking for Luke Collinsworth. Less than 5 minutes to play in the first half, 1-point lead for Mount St. Joe's. Closing in, and the lead goes back to the visitors. From off the bench, points for Austin Willoughby. the brother of Logan. Six leads for Mount St. Joe's, 6 leads for Manchester. Looking inside, knocked out of bounds. Good defense, active hands, and checking in for Collinsworth will be the sophomore Braden Miller. You can see the emergence of Braden Miller this season. Miller, the sophomore, having one of his better games here this afternoon. Has 5 points in 5 minutes. And a slight opening from 3 and a great shot by Jones. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Elijah Jones, a standout, a freshman, 12 points per game. And this one's laid up off the glass, and it's good. McCorkle. Clay McCorkle, 7 points now to pace Sawyer, second leading scorer. Sawyer taking it down the floor. Looking, bouncing, settling in. Sawyer back with it, one-on-one. He drives. Body, scores! Look at that strength by Zach Sawyer. And Zach Sawyer now in double figures in the first half. Spartans up by 2. It has been everything that we anticipated in half number 1. A battle for a conference win. 2-point game. Drive, score, hesitation. A hopper and points. Bate, 5 points now and 2 of 4. 10 points for Sawyer, 7 for McCorkle, 6 for Linus for Manchester. It's been Sawyer, Willoughby, and Bryant Smith this year for Manchester. Smith has 5 points, but Sawyer has been the key scorer for the Spartans. We have a tie game, another timeout, 2 minutes, 54 seconds. What a contest. Back in a moment on the MSJ Lions Sports Network. Out of a timeout, the two teams taking a moment to collect themselves as, with possession, the Spartans. Here comes Sawyer. Sawyer has been terrific as this half has progressed. The two teams fighting, and possession arrow on the jump ball will favor the Manchester Spartans. So the possession stays here. Again, a nice crowd on hand. The day commemorating Pat Shabinsky, served Mount St. Joe's for over 40 years, 42 in fact, and coached field hockey, basketball, volleyball, and also chaired the physical education department here at Mount St. Joe's. A pivotal member of this institution's success. Shabinsky passed in December, and a moment of silence before this game commemorating her contributions to the university. Here is number 1, and that's no good by Miller. Rebound. 2-on-2, spin. Up and no good. Shot by Linus. 2 minutes remaining. A few more possessions each for these two teams. We will see who can have the advantage. Great drive off the pass, a give and go by Menninger. 38-36 Lions. Sawyer can't leave him one-on-one. Sawyer out, three-pointer, no good. Off the back iron. Here's a double team. Handing it off to Elijah Jones. Elijah Jones, the freshman, 9 points to lead all scorers. He has been great. Mount St. Joe's, 55% from the field. Excellent first half. One-on-one. And a score. On the low block. That's a great post move by Menninger. And Menninger now with 8 points. He is a perfect 4 of 4 from the field. Less than a minute. 40-36. Good first half offensively for the Lions. Great first half, I should say. Nearly coughing it up, and then they do. 3-on-2. Spinning. Three-pointer, no good. Ball pinballing around, and a foul called on Menninger. 9 leads for each team. Bouncing back and forth. 6 points, the largest lead for Mount St. Joe's in this contest. It has been a conference clash for two teams in the middle of the pack looking to go to the top of the pack. And 7 wins would pace with some of the best teams in the conference. Both of these teams fighting for 7 wins. Shot clock at 7, game clock at 14 seconds. Up, the tall 6'6", Braden Miller corrals it. 5, 4, outside travel. The head coach, Nate Conley, saw it all along. 5 seconds remaining, and we may see Sawyer keep the ball to end the first half. We shall see. As will he get some help on defense? Sawyer, he hands it off. 3 ball, no good. The miss to end it by Bryant Smith. A very productive first half for Mount St. Joe's. 4-point lead, 14 of 31 in the first half. Manchester from the field, 17 of 31. Just under 55% from the field for Mount St. Joe's. Lots of scores. 9 points for Jones, 8 points for Menninger, 5 points each for Collinsworth and Miller. On the other side, Sawyer, 4 of 5 from the field, 10 points, 4 rebounds. Ty Linus, 6 points. McCorkle with 7, 3 of 6 from the field. 6 of 17 from 3 points, but overall a very productive first half, especially for Mount St. Joe's. We'll be back to profile the first half and more, but we are at halftime. The home team up by 4 points here on the Mount St. Joe's Lions Sports Network. I'm Rich Hidy, and we will be back in a moment for more first half action as we are at halftime, and we will head to the second half in about 13 minutes here on the MSJ Lions Sports Network.
short piece announcing the cheer program. You can either go to Florida, who we immediately see a national competition. Really honors your halftime entertainment, showcasing their excellent routine. Ladies and gentlemen, for MSJ Spirit Program. Join us in listening to them for representing St. Joe. Good luck. Go get yourself some joy.
Welcome back to the Harrington Center here on the MSJ Lions Sports Network. I'm Rich Hidy with you this afternoon, Saturday afternoon. Heartland Athletic Conference basketball action between the Lions and the Spartans. 40 points for the Lions in the first half, 36 for the Spartans. One of the best first half scoring performances, if not the best, for the Lions all season long. You look at some of the numbers, and between some of the numbers, points in the paint, Mount St. Joe's 26, Manchester 12. Fast break points, 8 for Mount St. Joe's, 0 for Manchester. Just 6 turnovers for the Lions as well. So overall, 9 lead changes. It has been a tight contest. Mount St. Joe's largest lead, 6 points. But it has been a back-and-forth affair and should be a very interesting second half. The senior, Luke Collinsworth, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Collinsworth, 2 of 5 from the field. Former University of Cincinnati football player, dressed for college football playoffs in the Cincinnati, Alabama game, and now playing basketball as a fifth-year grad student for Mount St. Joe's. We are getting ready to go. Initial possession will go to the Lions. 20 minutes left in this contest. 4-point advantage for Mount St. Joe's. Collinsworth, they've been all over him. Double team and very aggressive defense. That time it works out for the Spartans. The double team quickly on Collinsworth, and they have by and large held him at bay in the paint. He's actually attempted quite a few three-pointers, has Collinsworth. 1 of 4 from 3. Here's a 3 from the corner. No good, not close. Offensive rebound, prolonging the possession for Manchester. 1-on-1 in the paint. Up with 2 hands. Both teams fighting for the rebound. 2 offensive rebounds, and this time the Lions corral it. One-on-one at the baseline. Now the double team. Collinsworth looking for the hot hands. Elijah Jones, no good on his first shot attempt of half number 2. Jones finishing half number 1 with 9 points, 4 assists. A great performance for the freshman. Active hands fading away, and the foul called on the bump. Body foul. And they will tag number 5. Heading to the line for the Lions. And the foul tag to number 3, Elijah Jones. First free throw up and good. 3-point advantage still for Mount St. Joe's. Mount St. Joe's shooting just about 25% from the 3-point line, but overall 55%, finding good jump shots. Not a ton of in the paint action, but this team has been aggressive on cuts, creating open lanes and layups. Here's a great cut and another layup. Good pass by Collinsworth. Finds his teammate Matt Menninger. Now 5 of 5 from the field and 10 points. Here's a back screen. Tough angle on the shot. It rolls out. And a miscue for the Lions on the defensive rebound. Leads to a step out of bounds, and the possession will convert back to the Spartans. 2 players going for the rebound. It was Jones and Bate. Here's a screen. Sawyer, great pass. Blocked by Menninger. Out of bounds. It will stay here. Tremendous defense on the recovery. Brace went up with it, but no match for the defense. Throwing it in from the inbounds. Here's a quick shot by Sawyer. No good, too strong. And a strong board by Collinsworth. Juggling the ball. Sloppy on the drive. Sawyer. He gets that to fall. Leads all scores with 12 points in 16 minutes. Collinsworth trying to find a crease, a big body. Will they double team him? He screens. He doesn't roll. Menninger, yes, that's a 3. Matt Menninger again. 13 points, and he is still perfect, 6 of 6, and that's his first 3. 45-40. Here's a drive using his back. Well done. Offensive rebound over Collinsworth. So the miss on the drive and lay-in, and a nice score by Brace off the bench. He scores for the first time. Back cut. That's an easy layup with the right hand. And Bate back on the board. 7 points for him. Still a very efficient day shooting over Collinsworth. No good on the fade. The jumper. That was by McCorkle. Pass in. That's another point and 1. And he's feeling it. Matt Menninger, 15 points, 7 of 7, and 2 substitutions will enter the game. For Manchester, Austin Willoughby and Ladarius Wallace. had 3 points. Willoughby had 2 in the first half. And the free throw is good. Largest lead of the contest, 8 points for the Lions. Menninger has been outstanding. Sawyer, Menninger, Sawyer, no good. A tip and a defensive board by Bate. Bate fighting against Wallace, playing very close defense. Bate as the point guard. Collinsworth. He will take it all himself under the basket, looking for help. Stolen away, a turnover. And this is a scary scene on the floor. Both players down, Sawyer and Jones. 2 standouts. They get up, and it looks like they are both needing assistance to walk off the floor. Injury timeout, you hate to see that for both of these players. Jones, the freshman, Sawyer, the grad student, and that doesn't look good. We will take a break on the injury timeout. Hopefully both players are okay. 50-42, Mount St. Joe's over Manchester. You're watching college basketball conference action here only on the MSJ Lions Sports Network. Out of the injury, Sawyer and Jones will have to stay on the bench, and that could be a pivotal loss for both of these teams, especially when you talk about Sawyer, who averages over 20 points per game, has 12 in this one. Manchester needs scoring in a hurry. Defensive board. Well done by Lavender. Lavender, the sophomore, 6'4", from Westchester, Ohio. 7 points, 4 boards a game. Turned over. Here comes Manchester on the run. Quick three-pointer. Lavender on defense. Good rebound. The shot was by Bryant Smith. Inside the lane. Lavender backing down the 5'8" opponent. That's an easy bucket. Over Wallace, the 5'8" guard. And now a 10-point double-digit advantage. The first time today. Menninger, a huge reason why. Deep three. Yes! What a shot by Wallace. Ladarius Wallace, over 50% from behind the arc, and 23s this season. The midpoint way of this season. Great move by Collinsworth. He lays it home with his right hand. Puts it softly on the glass. And the lay-in. Just a quick shifting of his feet and body gives him the space needed. He wants to run, as do his teammates. Quick look, the up fake. Menninger! No good, too short. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Lavender, and here comes the swing. At the top, no good. Rebound by the Spartans. Here's a drive, one-on-one, kicks it out. Ladarius Wallace. Shifting, McCorkle, 2 steps, no good. Gets an open look, that is good. Nice shot by McCorkle, he sticks with it. 9 points, his first of the half, leading the team in minutes today. Manchester going with a series of substitutions. They will bring in 2 more. Collinsworth gets the double, swing, open look, no good. And that miss by Joe Brand. Wallace. Brand! He should get an easy layup. Here comes the defense converging, and he scores. Good defense sets up the points for Brand. 56-47. 8 offensive rebounds for Manchester. And 20 bench points. This one not close. Good rebound by the Lions. 38 points in the paint for Mount St. Joe's, getting layups, getting some post action. Here comes some post action. Menninger kicks it out on the double team. In and out. Menninger, yes! 18 points to lead all scores today. Timeout on the floor to stop the bleeding. 11-point advantage. And Matt Menninger, a huge reason why. 18 points, 8 of 9 shooting. The Lions doing it all. One of the best offensive performances at home this season. Timeout on the floor. 12 minutes left to go. 58-47. Mount St. Joe's leading on the MSJ Lions Sports Network. Back out on the floor. The Lions looking good at home. Last game was December 18th, a break for Christmas and New Year's. All 5 losses, this team scored less than 70 points today, already 58, and 12 minutes left to go. Good defense yet again against a red-hot shooting team in Manchester. 22% from the field. Manchester in half number 2, but Ladarius Wallace has something to say about it. 3-pointer good. 58-50, and that's what Manchester needs to crawl back into this contest. From the bench, back in the game, Braden Miller, the 6'6 forward. Miller to Menninger, and he scores again on the layup. 6'3", Elder High School. Played in the GCL, the Greater Catholic League in Cincinnati. High-quality competition with St. Xavier, Moeller, LaSalle, Elder. Locally, stays at Mount St. Joe's, and there's a lay-in for Manchester. Linus from Crawfordsville, Indiana. 6'3". Is a guard-centric Manchester team. But they are good shooters. That has been the mantra all season. Menninger, the tough matchup. Can he score again? Kicks it out. Smith, one dribble, rattles out of the basket. 10.5 minutes left to go. 60-52. Shifting and swinging the ball around the top of the key. And setting up the offense will be Ladarius Wallace. Here is some room around the lane and scoring. Ty Linus He now is in double figures. Here's Braden Miller with his right. He scores off the backboard. Not a lot of room for Miller, and really nice soft touch. So Braden Miller now with 7 points on the afternoon. Still up 8 are the Lions. Wallace clanks it into the hoop off the backboard. And he banks the three-pointer. 62-57, quick timeout. The Spartans are fighting and climbing back. 5-point lead for the Lions on the MSJ Sports Network. So the timeout taken after the score by Nate Conley and his team on the road. A 5-point deficit and showing a press, full court press. The inbounds to Menninger. They work it to Miller. Miller crosses the half-court line. Lavender looking for some help from a teammate. This is out of bounds, and the possession goes back to Manchester off of Miller. 9 minutes remaining. You're watching HCAC Conference Basketball on the MSJ Lions Sports Network. Rich Hidy with you. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Out of bounds, it will go the other way. So turnovers for the two respective teams. And still in that full court press are the Spartans. The Lions have done a pretty good job of breaking it so far. They line up in a horizontal line with 4 players out of the inbounds, and now falling back are the Spartans. 11 turnovers for Mount St. Joe's, 8 for the Spartans. Menninger looking for help to Miller. Outside Lavender, no good. Out of bounds, look to be off of the Lions. MSJ Conference champions in 2015, 2016, and 2018. 2015, of course, the first season for head coach Toby Kerrigan. And this is a long three. It was well defended, and Menninger will take a fall on a hard foul. Both teams going for the ball, and Collinsworth will check back in, as will Joe Brand. Collinsworth, 7 points, 4 rebounds. The key standout, Menninger, 20 points, 9 of 10 from the field. 2-on-2, that is a foul and a bucket. Joe Brands check back in, and he scores right away on the fast break. Some good fast-paced basketball on display after a couple of weeks off for the Lions. well rested, rejuvenated for the second half of the season stretch. In conference play, the ever-important conference play here in the Heartland Athletic Conference. Mount St. Joe's 6-5 overall, 2-2 in the conference. The winner of this game, if it is Mount St. Joe's, will go into that number 5 spot. Rose-Hulman 4-0, Transylvania 4-0. Both those teams just above 500. 6 wins, actually tied for third in the conference, though. And Menninger gets called for a late whistle and a foul. 8-point advantage for Mount St. Joe's. So going to 3-2 in the conference, if Mount St. Joe's can hang on, would tie them for third in the league in conference wins. Anderson with the best record at 8-3 in the HCAC conference. Manchester, meanwhile, you drop to 1-4. That would put you towards the bottom of the conference, so an ever-important conference game, although these two teams both above the 500 mark overall when you consider out-of-conference and conference games in aggregate. Second half, Mount St. Joe's continuing its very strong shooting. In this game, 61% from the field in the second half after 55% in the first half. This team 5 of 23 from beyond the three-point line, but Mount St. Joe's finding easy ways to score. A lot of it has been through good passing and cuts to the basket. Also easy layups as well. Manchester has shot worse in the second half when compared to the first half. Mount St. Joe's this season holding opponents to about 45% from the field. That has been a recipe for success. 72-71, the overall margin of scoring. So just a 1-point scoring margin for Mount St. Joe's. A team looking to find consistency down the stretch at home in the conference. It's a 6-point game. 8 minutes remaining in this game. Here comes the press once again. Collinsworth after half court. Here's the double team, and the pass gets there. Lavender takes it across, bobbling the ball. Finds the point guard. Bate. Menninger losing it. Aggressive hands on defense. Still 7 seconds on the shot clock. Collinsworth looking for help. Bate with the right, no good. Rebound collected by Manchester's Jeremiah Cottrell, who has checked in for the first time, the freshman. Freshman out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and New Haven High School. Wallace. He will shoot from anywhere on the floor. Here's a shot from 3. No good. Too short. Good defense. Lavender to Brand. Joe Brand, 9 points today. That's an and one. Or a charge called, rather. And that's a big possession shifter with less than 7 minutes left to go in the game. Thought it was an and one. Did Collinsworth instead gets called as a charge. 6-point deficit for the Spartans. They need to start shooting well from 3. Can they do it right now? No. Collinsworth collected it with one hand and a nice rebound. Collinsworth at 6'7", tallest player in the game. And a big body at that. Looking for Collinsworth, bodied up in the paint. He gets it, looking for a teammate, and the pass was long, out of bounds off of Manchester. The inbounds play, Miller will check in. Collinsworth on the bench, likely for a quick rest to play the final minutes of this game. Miller, Lavender will inbounds, horizontal line. We'll see where he goes with it. From the paint, they throw it in there. Nobody open and a turnover. Here's an open three. No good. Golden opportunity for McCorkle, and he misses. He's 1 of 5 from the three-point line. Bate to Miller. Off the screen, Miller, one-on-one. And the ball's loose, but MSJ still has it. Less than 10 on the shot clock. Bate, space and scores with the layup. And he suffered a right leg injury. And he will probably have to come out of the game. That will be a turnover, though. So Bate is out. In the game, Corey Rogers, freshman, Cincinnati Christian High School. Manchester will keep the ball. So the freshman, Corey Rogers, enters the game for the first time. Valuable minutes late in this game. Mount St. Joe's looking to close it out. 5 minutes left to go. And how about Rogers? He causes a turnover. Terrific decision to substitute the young freshman on defense by Toby Kerrigan. Sawyer in the second half has been held scoreless. 12 points. He is injured, and he is no longer in this game. That is a critical situation. Willoughby with no points. Coming into this game, Logan Willoughby, 18 points, 50% from behind the three-point line. Just 4 minutes for him. Bryant Smith, 5 points, 2 of 14 from the field. And Bryant Smith has been cold in this game. The keys to success, stopping the big three of the Spartans, and they have done it. Time and again. Matthew Menninger, 20 points. Nearly a perfect 9 of 10 from the field. Number 1 in the conference in blocks. And he has scored all afternoon long here at the Harrington Center. From the block, looking for a teammate. Bending around. No shot, foul on the floor. Can't believe it. Joe Brandt. He had his hand straight up, he thought, but still called for a foul. That is the team's fifth foul, rather, of the second half. What a shot and score. Some contact absorbed by Shoemaker. 5 points in this game from the bench. The bench scoring has been strong for the Spartans. 67-61. Still just a 5-point game. Lavender to Collinsworth. Coming around. Menninger scores again. Puts up to the air. He is the hot hand. First half, second half, 23 points. Coming into this game, he has averaged 11 points per game, 4 rebounds per game. He has been a very strong player, but this is double his season average in point totals. Timeout on the floor, 9-point game, 3 minutes, 47 seconds left to go. The Lions hosting the Spartans here on the MSJ Lions Sports Network. The Lions have the timeout, return to the floor, up 9 points. Collinsworth back in the game. For a tremendous offensive effort for Mount St. Joe's. Fading three, no good. Offensive rebound, 3 defenders. The ball bounces around and blocked by Menninger. And it's going to go the other way. Foul called on Manchester. A quick pair of substitutions for the Spartans into the game. Cottrell re-enters. McCorkle also in the game. Still no sign of Sawyer, who was injured in the second half, diving for a loose ball. And this is going to be a score off the turnover. Manchester takes the timeout again. And Smith, they need him. 3 of 15 from the field, 7 points. 3 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. We will stay right here. The Lions out rebounding the Spartans, 32-27. More assists. More turnovers, though. The bench points 30-20 in favor of the Spartans. 13 points off of turnovers for the Spartans. Outside of that, though, the more active team offensively in terms of penetrating on the floor and getting to the lane and to the hoop, certainly the Lions with 48 points in the paint. It has been a game of shifting momentum. The Lions with strong momentum out of the gate in the second half, but the Spartans have come back time and again. Their top 3 scores for a team that averages nearly 85 points per game have been held in check. Sawyer, Willoughby, Smith. Surprisingly, Willoughby is scoreless. In just 4 minutes, he averages 18 points a game and shoots 50% from the field. Collinsworth breaking the press, up 7. Clearly an initiative would be to milk the clock if you are the Lions. Bate weaving back and forth, looking for Menninger. Collinsworth calling for it, doesn't get it. The offense creating room, spacing out. Menninger, errant pass, turnover. Here comes the chance for the Spartans. Smith to McCorkle. Good one-on-one defense by the Lions. Bending, not breaking. In the lane, and there's a score on the jumper. 5-point game. The score comes from Shoemaker, 7 points from off the bench, 3 of 4. Bate will settle in. The clock is the Lions' friend. They can take it down close to 2 minutes. Collinsworth desperately wanting the ball inside, but smart defense. They double him up when he's in the paint. Bate, no good. And there's a quick foul on Lavender. 6 fouls on the Lions. And now that means a bonus one-on-one opportunity for the Spartans, as that's the 7th foul of the half for the Lions. 4 fouls on Lavender. Smith takes a deep breath, shoots it and scores. 4-point game, 2-possession game. And Smith will take a seat, scores. It is a 1-possession game, 70-67. Back into the game is Wallace, Ladarius Wallace for the Spartans. Menninger, can he be the hero? 23 points already. They look for him in the paints. Double teams. The swing. Less than 2 minutes to go. Into Collinsworth. Outside. 3-pointer. No good. In and out. Bate with the offensive board and a foul on the floor. That is the 4th of the half. Still some fouls to give for Manchester. Smith right back in for Wallace. What an exciting HCAC conference game this afternoon between the Lions and the Spartans. Menninger off the inbounds to Bate. Somebody needs to make a play. Who can make the move for the Lions? 10 seconds to Collinsworth, the veteran, double teamed and fouled with 8 seconds on the shot clock. And that gives the Lions a fresh 20 seconds. And now a bonus opportunity with one more foul. 1.5 remaining in the game. Collinsworth chasing! And he wasn't paying attention. 1-point game. Converging and scoring. Number 33, Brace. As Collinsworth tried to collect it. And there's a foul on the floor and on the bonus. Free throws. A good chance for the Lions and Joe Brand. Brand is 83% entering this game in free throws. 1 minute, 20 seconds left. It is a 1-point game here at the Harrington Center. Fans getting tense with the minutes dwindling in this game. No good for Brand. Rebounds for Brace on the road. Manchester a chance to take the lead. 1 minute left. Here's Smith, the star. Smith up fake to his teammate. Wallace. Foul called on the floor. Hand check. And heading to the line. Foul on Brand. To the line will be Wallace. Wallace. 6 of 8 from the free throw line entering this game. And he has 14 points today, a standout performance. 4 of 5, no good. Collinsworth, a good rebound. 30 seconds on the shot clock. 50 seconds now on the game clock. Will they rush? No need to. 1-point game. Somebody trying to cut to the hoop to score. The Lions have gone cold more recently, and they turn it over. The possession goes back to the Spartans. 1-point game. Timeout taken. Timeout by Conley. Manchester trying to take the lead, down 1 point. Stay tuned. 70-69. The Lions up by a point at home. Final pair of possessions coming up next on the MSJ Lions Sports Network. .33 seconds remaining in this contest. Possession going to Manchester. 30 seconds is the shot clock. A light press and then falling back one-on-one. It will be Smith taking it up the floor. The guard with 9 points. Open. 3. No good. Collinsworth collects it. They have to foul, and they do. And they foul Luke Collinsworth. So now the grad student and senior leader with an opportunity. Luke Collinsworth, a 70% free throw shooter. The leader in points per game with 16, 8 rebounds per game. Today, he scores the first. That's 8 points for him and 7 rebounds. A gritty performance in 25 minutes for Collinsworth. Takes a deep breath. One bounce and no good. Fighting. They get the offensive rebounds. And now a chance to win it. 2 free throws for Brand and it's over. 2-point advantage. No substitution. That is a great effort to corral an offensive rebound on a long, loose ball off of the miss. One and one, no good. Both teams fighting. Collinsworth, 12 points, 12 seconds. Collinsworth with 10. He's in double figures. That's a score very quickly. 73-71. You have to foul if you're Manchester. Here it is. That is a foul. Menninger with a chance to make it 25 points if he can convert 2. Manchester, the foul. Collinsworth with a huge bucket in the paint. 5 seconds. This will be a double bonus. 2 shots upcoming. First one good. Three-point lead. Final shot of the free throw. The second one is good. And entering the game for Mount St. Joe's. Substitution. Corey Rogers, 4-3, 4-point lead for Mount St. Joe's. Defense, that is the game. And a fired up Mount St. Joe's Lions fans to their feet. Menninger with an unbelievable performance. Collinsworth sealed it at the end. And the Lions win 75-71. They progress to 7-5 on the season, 3-2 in the conference. What a way to open up the January slate for the Lions, winning it. Shot 56% from the field against a Manchester team that has been very strong offensively all season long. A complete performance and winning it in the end. They led by as much as double digits, and they finish with a close victory 75-71. We do have a doubleheader here at the Harrington Center. The women's basketball game will be up next, but the Lions win it and pull it out. For our staff and crew here at the MSJ Sports Network, I'm Rich Hidy. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Lions Sports Network. Mount St. Joe's 75. The Spartans of Manchester 71. Thanks for joining us. Have a great afternoon, everybody.